Hello guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to be showing you this 2021 Hyundai Santa Fe at night. So basically I'll show you the interior and exterior lighting of this facelifted 2021 Hyundai Santa Fe. Alright, so I just turned on the daytime running lights, and basically when you turn on the SUV, those daytime running lights will turn on. So while driving they will turn on, and I really like the way how the daytime running lights look like. It does have that split design, and I think it just looks very nice and sharp. And here is a side marker that turns on with the daytime running lights. Well, let me go ahead and turn on the low beam and I'll show you how the low beam looks like. Alright, so I just turned on the low beam, and the low beam is going to be sitting in a projector tube, and it's going to be all the way to the right. And the high beam is going to be located all the way to the left, so it's going to be this inner projector tube, and they're going to be this small opening. So when you turn on the low beam, those two openings will turn on, or those small reflectors will actually turn on. So very nice design. And let me go ahead and see if I could zoom in. It's really hard to see it over the camera, but it looks very nice. But let me go ahead and turn on the high beam and show you how the high beam looks like. Alright, so I just turned on the high beam, and as I told you guys, the high beam is located inside. So this is the low beam, this is the high beam, and both of them are sitting in a projector tube. So the low beam and the high beam are sitting in projector tube. Let me go ahead and turn on the turn signal indicators and show you how the turn signal indicators look like. So I turned on the emergency lights, and I love the fact that everything is LED right here in the front. They just look very good. And I love the fact that they get extended into on the side, so you could see them from the side. They look very nice and bright, and you could see them from far away. So here is a side view of this Santa Fe, and as I told you guys, you could see the front emergency lights from the side, and I love the fact that they're very nice and bright. On the mirror, they're going to be a turn signal indicator, and they're going to be a camera. And the 360 camera in this Santa Fe is beautiful, so I'm going to go ahead and show you that when I go inside. And right here on the side, you really can't see the turn signal indicator and the tail lights from the side a lot. So here are the tail lights. They were changed for 2021, so they are much sharper than before. And they are LED back here, the running lights of the tail lights, but the reverse light and the turn signal indicators are going to be halogen, and the license plate lights are halogen. I really wish they were LED for this limited trim, but here is how the back looks like. It looks nice and sharp. Alright, so here is the trunk of this limited, and something that I really don't like is that the light back here is halogen. I really wish that it was LED. The whole interior is LED, but this back one here is halogen, so I'm not exactly sure why Hyundai cheaped out, but I have to say that this light is very, very bright. So it is shining everywhere, and it's making this trunk nice and bright. And all the way to the right, they're going to be a 12 volt and two buttons to drop the seats down. And they're not going to go all the way down because the front seats are in the way, but I don't like that. Those two buttons right here in the back are not backlit, and this 12 volt is not backlit, so you really can't see it at night, but this light is doing a great job, so you kind of could see those buttons right here on the right. And right here is going to be a button to close the tailgate. It's nice and backlit. So here is the front door, and All the buttons right here on the front door are backlit. It does have auto folding mirrors, and I love the fact that the mirror controls are backlit. A lot of companies actually cheap out and they don't make the mirror controls backlit. And right here is going to be the memory seats. There are going to be 2 settings for the memory seats. But let's go ahead and move inside this Santa Fe, and I'll go ahead and show you the interior of it. All right, so here is the interior of this Santa Fe, and seriously, this SUV looks very nice at night. There is a ton of buttons right here on this middle console, but super easy to use. Everything is nice and backlit. So coming to the steering wheel, on the left, there are going to be a few buttons. There are going to be the voice command button, volume controls, phone controls. Everything is backlit. Super easy to understand at night. Here are the cruise controls. Buttons are very easy to see at night. Everything is nice and backlit. And here are the gauges. It's an LCD screen. It's a 12.3 inch LCD screen that looks very good, and when you change the modes, it changes. But the only mode that the only time it switches when you put it in sport mode. So snow, smart, and comfort are all the same, but if you put it in sport, it changes to red, and everything just looks very nice. And all the way to the left, there are going to be a few buttons right here. Everything's nice and backlit. Electronic e-brake, you'll have the traction control, tailgate release, lane keep assist, and the brightness controls. Let me go ahead and raise up the brightness all the way so you guys could see how it looks like. And this is the max. Let's go ahead and dim the brightness all the way down. Everything dims. So the middle console, the screen, and the steering wheel buttons. And I would personally keep it probably maybe around 12, 13. So here is a screen. It's a 10.25 inch screen that honestly looks amazing. I'm gonna show you this Santa Fe in the daytime so you guys could see it. Looks very good and super responsive. It does have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. I did not see any ambient lighting in this Santa Fe. I really wish that Hyundai added ambient lighting in this limited trim, because the Elantra Limited actually has ambient lighting. So I really wish that they added ambient lighting in this Santa Fe. Super responsive, as I told you guys. Does have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. Overall, it's very good. Coming down, they're going to be a good amount of buttons. I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the lights so you guys could see. And yes, there is a ton of buttons, but honestly, super easy to use. This top line of buttons is going to be for the radio, for the screen basically. They're going to be the volume knob, tune knob, and right here, this is the second row is going to be for the climate controls. Super easy to use. Your temperature controls, an off button, fan speed. You could click on climate, and that will take you to the climate screen. If you increase the fan, it's going to show it right there. If you change the modes, it's going to basically change right there. So it's really nice. And here is the gear shifter that will control the 8-speed automatic transmission, mode selector, parking sensors. Here is the backup camera. It does have the 360. So let's go ahead and put the SUV in reverse. The mirrors tilt, and you could change the modes. And here is the 360. Super clear and very easy to see what's around you at night. And a few more buttons. Your gold seats, heated steering wheel in this limited. They're going to be a USB right here, and it's nice and backlit. 2 cup holders, and let me go ahead and show you the armrest. They're going to be a small tray, but there is nothing inside of this armrest. Let me go ahead and close the lights now so you guys see how it looks like at night. Here are the buttons. Everything is nice and backlit. Here is the USB. Cup holders are very hard to see, but that's fine. Even the volume buttons, the volume and the tune knob, they are backlit. Engine start stop is going to be backlit, of course. So I had to turn on the lights for you guys to be able to see those spines, because those spines are not backlit. So if I turn off the lights, they're not backlit, so you really can't see them at night. And I'm not exactly sure why Hyundai did not make them backlit. Everything is nice and backlit right here inside of this Santa Fe, except those spines up top. And the lights are LED, so that's of course nice. Then you will have the blue link with the SOS button, and they're going to be a visor, and they're going to be a light, but this light is halogen, it's not LED. And when you turn on the lights in this Santa Fe, they are nice and bright. Most of the light is shining on the middle console, on the seats, and on the floor, but right here, there's not a ton. Right there is barely any. And yeah, most of the light is shining basically on the steering wheel, the middle console, and on the seats, which is good. But I really wish there was a tiny bit more light right there, and there's going to be a storage place right here. So here is the back door, and on the back door there are going to be two switches, or two buttons. The window switch button, and there's going to be a button for the heated seats in the back. It does have 2 stages, and there are going to be 2 lights. They are orange lights. And here is the back. Very good amount of light. Lights are traveling everywhere, and this sedan interior just makes it even better. Lights are located right there. They are LED lights. And right here, there are going to be 2 USBs in the bottom with an AC outlet. Let me go ahead and see if the AC outlet is backlit. It does have a red light, but I love the fact that the USBs here in the back are backlit. So guys, that's it for this video. I hope you guys liked it. I would like to thank Firas here at Key Hyundai in Milford, Connecticut. If you guys are interested, and if you guys are around, make sure to come check them out. I'm gonna go ahead and put the information and link in the bottom of this video. And if you guys would like to see more videos like this, please subscribe, and as always, I'll see you next time.